Hello students, welcome to Introduction to Tractors. Today we're going to be doing an introduction on the 65 Farmall International and the 3045 Boomer tractor. Like I said, take notes. There's going to be some key trade terms you're going to need to know about when you're done here. I'll cover the pre-trip and basic operation of both these pieces of equipment. So we're going to go ahead and start with the 65 here. So this machine, 65 horsepower tractor, it does have a front loader on it. You just got done doing the skid steer stuff, so this does have a quick attach in the front. So the skid steer attachments will fit on here. There's also auxiliary hydraulics, flat face couplers up front here to use as well. Okay, the loader component piece of it, if we're doing a pre-trip, we're looking at the pins and keepers just like we normally would on everything else. Cylinders and hoses, we're checking all those items. Front cutting edge, the grill, the headlights, the self-leveling device here. So this one here, when this yellow piece is in the middle here, this bucket is level. So it's off just a little bit right now, but it's pretty close. Same thing here, bucket arms, fuel cap here. Operating compartments there, fenders, tires. We're obviously going to look for cut scrapes or abrasions on the tires and inspect the lug nuts to make sure they're not loose. We have a 3-point hitch attachment on here, so we inspect to make sure that the arms are all in good shape. When we're looking at 3-point hitch arms, I'll go ahead and go over this real quick. We got our lift arms here. The one on the right hand side, if you're sitting in the seat, is most generally adjustable. You'll see the adjustment over there. This is our top link or Johnson bar, they call it sometimes. And then we have sway bar links, which keep everything from swaying back and forth. So should be pins in here. These are a category 2 pin that's in this machine. You don't really need to know that for the trade terminology, but there it is. Whenever you're powering an attachment like this, that's called the PTO shaft. So you got a power takeoff, which stands for power takeoff, going down to the unit. Anytime you're hooking or unhooking this power takeoff, the machine should be shut off, put in park, and secured before you ever get back here and touch these. Don't ever try to unhook those with somebody else's in the seat. Not safe at all. Okay, if we're doing our pre-trip, we'll walk around the back side of the machine here and back up through. Okay, that's our visual inspection, the mechanical inspection. To the back of the machine, you'll see right way down in there, right there. That's where you check the hydraulic oil. This is a hydraulic transmission oil. It shares the same differential and transmission. That's where you check it right there. Also, so that's one of your fluids you check. The other one is the diesel fuel, which I showed you on the other side up top. Right there, that's number 2. Number 3 is your engine oil. This side here, right below the toolbox. Way down, let me see if I can get you down here. Way down there is where they check the engine oil. All right, so that's number 3. We don't have a transmission, so that's 4. So the last one we need to check is our coolant. So we need to pop this hood. So I'll walk around this machine and we'll pop the hood. In order to pop the hood on this, there's a button on the side that you mount the piece of equipment. There's a button right there. Push this in and then pick up. Try to do it one-handed here. And then the hood will go up. All right. Underneath here, we can inspect the battery. We do have a power steering reservoir right there. And this does not have a puke tank, so we can take the cap off and check the coolant if we wanted to. But for the most part, unless we're seeing coolant on the ground, that should be in good shape here. All right. Let's visually inspect the engine compartment. Look at the serpentine belt in here. Look for any excessive wear or oil. And the last thing we want to do is obviously look underneath the ground and make sure there's nothing on the ground. All right, that should complete the pre-trip for this unit. We'll walk over here and we'll do the Boomer 3045 next. All right, so this is a 45 horsepower Boomer New Holland tractor. Both these tractors are a standard transmission. So the pre-trip's the same. We're gonna do a walk around, we're gonna check the tires, we're gonna check fenders, we're gonna check lights, we're gonna check all that stuff. And we do have a broken light up there. Broken. So want to inspect all that stuff. Engine compartment. Obviously we got some cracks and stuff in here. This thing's been through the ringer. But as far as opening the hood on this machine, it's on the opposite side as the Farmall, but there is a latch. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, there's a latch underneath here. You push this ahead. I believe, yeah. There it goes, yep. Push it ahead and pick it up. There's the latching mechanism right there. Setup very similar. There is a puke tank here to check your coolant. Inspect the battery, make sure that there's no corrosion on those. Checking the engine oil. Come over here. Here's my dipstick here for that. All right. Inspect the fan belt and all that good stuff there. Okay. Same thing goes with the transmission hydraulic fluid. Shares the same reservoir, which goes to the back here. Dipstick right here for that. All right. And this one has our Johnson bar top link right there. You can see our two lift arms. This one is adjustable, so if you need to make an adjustment to that up or down, you got that screw that'll make that adjustment. It's good. I got grease on my hands now. Lift arms, sway bars. All right, fuel cap right there. And both of these units have a ROPS on them, which is a combination safety control device. It only works if you got the seatbelt on. All right, so we'll go over the operation of this real quick so that you got that as well. All right. So we get up in the engine compartment here. We have a clutch on this unit. Let me get you straightened around here. You can do. All right. So sitting in the seat, we have a clutch pedal over here. And we have independent braking on this side. So we have a pedal that controls the brake on this side of the vehicle, a pedal that controls the brake on that side of the vehicle. The brake pedals must be locked together after speeds above 15 miles an hour. Lift this little lever up right here, push the brake down, and lift that up. That'll set the brake. To unset it, you just simply push on the brake pedal. We do have a 4-speed transmission on top here. So first, second, third, fourth. So that you pull it up and over for first, down for second, third, fourth. Okay. We also have a shuttle shifter here for forward and reverse there. And then we have a range selector on this side, which gives you low, medium, and high. All right. So for the most part, you need to try to select the right gear for what you're doing. First gear, whatever the selector you're going to do, we're going to use the range and try to select the right gear for what you're doing with it. All right. Clutches on these, if anybody is not familiar with a clutch, okay, when you push this down, you disconnect the transmission from the engine. So when you let this out, you let it out nice and easy. You don't need to have a lot of throttle on these because they're geared low enough that you don't have to worry about stalling the tractor unless you've got it geared up high. But push it down when you want to let off, you just let off on it right here. I'll give you an example here how this runs. If I had a key, I would do that, but I don't have a key with me, so can't really do that right now. But on this side over here, we have our 3-point hitch positioning right here, so we can run this up or down. And then on this side over here, yellow lever is PTO. This one back here is our four-wheel drive engagement. Okay. The last lever that we'll have to go over here, which hopefully you can see that right there on the floor, is the differential lock. This will lock the differential in. So if I put my foot down and push this lever right there down, that will lock my differential. All right. So we'll go over the basic controls on the 65 now, and I'll have to do the operation on another one. Okay. So same principle on this. We have a clutch here. So push this down to disconnect the transmission. If you want it to go, you push this up. This one is a little bit more simple to operate. Look at the engine compartment here. Power takeoff or PTO engage lever there. We have a low and a high lever on this side. We got a 4-speed transmission over here with a reverse. That's all you got. So forward, reverse, high and low. Super simple. Okay, on this side here, we have our draft control on the inside, which if you want to look at some videos, I'll explain to you on how that works. And then you have your lift arms over here. This is for the auxiliary hydraulics, which come out right below there, right down there. So you run this one for running your auxiliary hydraulics. Down here on the floor, right here, we have our four-wheel drive engagement. Over on the other side, we have our differential lock. And this one's nice enough that gives us a gas pedal. Also the same thing with the brake pedal. We have a independent braking system, so with a locking bar across there. And then the last piece right here is our parking brake. So we push down on that and pull up, and that'll release that. All right. To operate the loader, we have a combination control lever here. It works right here like this, so we can raise it up, down, curl in or curl right. And then we have a hand throttle here for normal operation. Not super handy. I was going to go through a video to show you how to actually go to run through this proficiency, but I'm going to go ahead and just kind of explain it to you and see when you guys get out here with Mr. Hamilton, he'll go over the rest with you, but or whoever may be helping out after this video. After this video has been run for a few years, we might change it, but so I'll show you what we're doing here. All right. So basically, you're going to come out, do a walk-around inspection. You're going to identify 3 different things that they're going to ask you. Walk-around inspection, start the vehicle, unset the parking brake. You're going to drive the vehicle straight ahead. Then you're going to turn. You're going to bring it back through the cones, back over to this cone and stop it right there. All right, and then set the parking brake, and you're done. Super easy, okay? So drive forward, put it in reverse, back up through the cones, put it back over here, drop your implement, and you're done. With the boomer, you're going to take same thing, pre-trip the thing, do your 3 items. You're going to drive it forward straight ahead, back through the cones. Between the cones, you're going to hook up and hook up to this trailer, unscrew the jack. You have to have the parking brake set, unscrew the jack, spin the jack up. At that point, you'll get the instructor, and the instructor will tell you you're good. You can unhook the trailer, you can pull ahead, and then you can back it back in.